Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ernie Ezelle, and today I will be presenting a speech to you about one of the most famous and well-known actors and comedians in the industry. Personally, he's my favorite actor and comedian, but his name is John William Farrell, or more commonly known as just Will Ferrell. Before I begin, I'd like to give a credibility statement. I believe I'm credible enough to demonstrate this speech to you, give you the speech, and give you any information about Will Ferrell. I've completed extensive amounts of research, and I've watched him from the time that I could walk until now. And even now, I still put his movies on rerun and just sit back and watch the actor do his work. This speech will discuss the following information about Will Ferrell: his birth, the first time he's appeared on TV, his hit movies he starred in, his off-screen character, and his marriage and kids. I would like to first begin by introducing you to Will Ferrell's life and childhood. Will Ferrell's life began in Irving, California on July the 16th of 1967. He was born to Roy Lee Farrell and Betty Kay Overman. He had one brother whose name was Patrick Farrell. According to Biographical database, Will Ferrell was studious and somewhat quiet. Also, he decided to go with football instead of comedy in high school, and most of you are probably thinking that an actor like Will Ferrell to be studious and quiet in the classroom is just kind of weird and off-putting, because you've seen his movies now and what he's capable of doing, and just for him to be quiet is just funny to me. And he chose football instead of comedy, so it's just ironic to note. His comedic skills really began to show. They really come out to light whenever he was in high school, and he would disguise his voice during the morning announcements over the PA system at school. He would give morning announcements and disguise his voice and throw in humor and comedy just to get a kick out of people early in the morning. After Will Ferrell's graduation from high school, he went to the University of Southern California. There, he pursued a degree in sports journalism. He obtained this degree in 1989. After this, he pursued his first piece of television, and that was doing morning announcements for NBC. He joined their sports department and gave their morning announcements. Will Ferrell had a major breakthrough after ad-libbing an on-air joke, which drew hundreds of laughs from the people in the crowd, and that's whenever, it kind of sparked for him that comedy might just be his calling. Ferrell left NBC and moved back home with his parents to pursue comedy full-time. He began taking acting classes and earning parts in local theaters. He landed a spot with the Groundlings. Here he honed his impersonation skills, and he caught a few TV breaks while doing so. These breaks included Fox's Living Single and ABC's Grace Under Fire. While performing with the Groundlings, he caught the attention of Saturday Night Live founder and producer Lorne Michaels. Lorne Michaels invited Will Ferrell to an audition for the show, and then after his audition, he asked him to come back for a second round. His impersonations landed Farrell on Saturday Night Live as part of their permanent crew. He arrived to Saturday Night Live in the fall of 1995. Lorne Michaels told People's Magazine in 1998 that Will Ferrell was the first choice of all the writers. If they had a script to do, anything that needed writing or whatever, they would go to Will Ferrell and try to implement him in any way they could, because he was the number one choice for them. Will Ferrell expanded his film work with the starring role in Saturday Night Live spinoff A Night at the Roxbury. He received loads of offers after expanding his film work. In 2001, he delivered the hit movie Zoolander, and also during this time, he accepted the $350,000 plus salary from this show's program. In 2002, Will Ferrell decided to leave Saturday Night Live for good. After leaving the show, he continued to star in top movies. These top movies included Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Part 1 and 2, Talladega Nights: The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, Blades of Glory, Step Brothers, which was personally my favorite movie he starred in, and much more. Step Brothers, unfortunately, failed to make an impact on the audience. Although it failed to make an impact, according to an article written by Janelle Riley, Parahelm Antic Empire, Farrell never gave up. As quoted by the article, Farrell extols the virtues of failure. Farrell also made a surprise appearance in the Lego Movie. Now I will transition into his marriage and his kids. On August the 12th of 2000, Will Ferrell married his lifelong girlfriend, Vivica Pauline. Vivica was a Swedish-born art auctioneer. And Vivica and Farell were big dog lovers, and it's kind of ironic whenever I tell you this because they cared for 3 canines before parenthood. When they pursued parenthood, several years throughout their marriage, they had 3 sons. So it was ironic to know that they cared for 3 canines, and then into parenthood, they cared for 3 children. The 3 sons' names were, the first son was Magnus Farell, the second son was Matthias Farell, and the third son's name was Axel Farell. All 3 sons had the middle name Pauline because they took their mother's last name, Vivica Pauline, and used that as their middle name. They went about doing so. Will Ferrell was commonly known for his comedy, of course, but he has an amazing off-screen character. In 2009, Will Ferrell made contributions to the Cancer for Colleges Scholarship Fund. In this contribution, he launched sunscreen lotion, and with Will Ferrell being a top hit, it sold millions everywhere. But Will Ferrell did not take the proceeds. He did not take them under his own circumstances. He took those proceeds and transferred them to the fund, the Cancer for Colleges Scholarship Fund. In 2010, he came back to make another contribution to the same fund by playing for 10 big league baseball teams, all during the summer. He took these proceeds as well and added them to the Cancer for College Fund. He was also recently involved in the hashtag Delete Facebook movement in March of 2018. Overall, this speech covered all the main points of Will Ferrell's life, which include his birth, his first time on television, hit movies he starred in, his marriage and kids, and his off-screen character. All in all, John William Farrell is a very successful actor, a hilarious comedian that has had us laughing for years, from his first TV segment to a skit that he was involved in, which was called St. Midas by Mike St. Thomas, which he just randomly yells out nonsense phrases that are hilarious. And in this article, he yelled out, "People are scared of me because I drive a Dodge Stratus." And most importantly, Will Ferrell was a loving father to his wife and 3 kids. And that concludes my speech.